What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Blake Chaos. Today we are doing a mock draft for the upcoming draft happening next month for the Detroit Lions. I have been doing mock drafts for the past 3-4 days, really studying the players, not accepting any trades, and I want to go over those with you guys and get into them. Before we do, guys, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Help the channel grow. It really does help, and it is much appreciated. And guys, let's get right into it. So what I did, guys, was I went to mockdraftsimulator.com. I really trust that site to kind of keep up with all the rumors going around, especially with the past couple of days being the owners meeting in Orlando, Florida. I've noticed that the mock drafts have been changing here and there each time I do one. And over the past 5 days, I've probably done 25 or 30 of them. So what I'm going to show you right here, this list here, is the most realistic, I feel, that the Lions will pursue in terms of what they need. So let's break down each of these players that are on this list right here. All right, to start the first round, Detroit has the 29th pick. And with that pick, I see them taking Xavier Worthy, a wide receiver out of Texas. He is a speedy receiver. Good size, not too huge, at 6'1", 172 pounds. Great on the outside. He's a junior, 75 receptions last year for just over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns. It's uncertain what's going on with the Josh Reynolds situation in Detroit. If Xavier Worthy is available at the 29th pick, I do see Detroit taking him. Donovan Peoples-Jones is a little older, not that much production out of him. We got Amon-Ra, we have JMO. I see them as number 1 and number 2, but Xavier would come in and be a good competition for the number 3 spot. We'll see, but I do see Detroit taking him and then moving to a cornerback in the second round with their 61st pick, looking at Max Melton out of Rutgers, a cornerback. He's a junior, 6 foot, 190 pounds. He's a bigger corner. He's had 22 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 3 interceptions last season, along with 6 passes deflected. So he is an active corner. Hard hitter, a little bit bigger of a corner. So I see Detroit, if he's available in the second round with that 61st pick, I see Detroit going that route and taking him. And then moving on to the third round with the 73rd pick, Ruke Orhorhoro. Interesting name. I might have slaughtered it, and if I did, I apologize, but he is a defensive lineman out of Clemson. We all know that Clemson puts out great defensive linemen. Look at Dexter Lawrence, Nick Varley, who Detroit drafted years ago. He is a big boy. He's a senior. He's 6'4", 290 pounds, very athletic, very versatile, very, very quick. He had 13 solo tackles last year, 5 sacks, and was just a force to be reckoned with on that Clemson defensive line. If he's available in the third round, I do see Detroit taking him and solidifying up that D line. Okay, with the 164th pick, I have Detroit taking Matt Goncalves, a offensive tackle out of Pittsburgh. He's a senior, big guy, 6'6", 330 pounds. Dan Campbell, we know his style that he looks for, hard-hitting, gritty players. Matt, coming out of Pittsburgh, definitely fits that mold, and I think will definitely help out that offensive line, if not now, in the future, because we all know Jonah Jackson went over to the Rams. We did pick up Kevin Zeitler, but we, 3-4 years from now, when your skippers and your older offensive linemen start to move on or retire, We need to have people to fill that spot. Okay, we're in a good position right now with our offensive line being one of the best in the NFL. We need to draft smart, which Brad Holmes does, to continue that trend. So I think he will do that with Matt Goncalves. Moving on to the 201st pick, this individual right here, I am probably the most excited about, and I really, really hope Detroit gets this individual. Jalix Hunt, an edge rusher out of Houston Baptist. I do have roots down in Houston, Texas, born and raised, so I like the cut of this individual's jib. He is a senior, 6'4", 248 pounds, and listen to these stats: 17 solo tackles last year, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 interception. Look, if he is still available in this 5th round for Detroit with that 201st pick, I think it would be a steal to get him. And if Detroit jumped up and took him in the 4th round, because I have had mock drafts present him to me in the 4th round, and I took him right there, I don't think that's a bad decision either. And knowing kind of how Brad Holmes has been drafting these past 3 years he's been in Detroit, I see that happening. So you heard it here first. Jalix Hunt at a Houston Baptist, beast. Look out for him. Going on to the 205th pick, I got Elefwan Ulofoshio. Elefwan Ulofoshio at a Washington linebacker. He is a senior, 6'1", 236 pounds. Very active for that Washington Huskies team. I remember watching him play against my Michigan Wolverines in the national championship game. I think he had 3 tackles in that game. He was all over the field. He's got 62 solo tackles on the year, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 interception. I think, listen, a late round pick like that at 205, he would be great to learn in our linebacker room. We got a lot of power there right now. I don't see him starting. I see him coming in, learning, getting some playing time first, second, third years, but developing. And I think that's what Detroit is being known for being absolutely phenomenal at, is developing the talent that they draft. And then with the last pick, that's 249, I got Detroit looking at Kingsley Equakun. I don't know how to... A lot of interesting names, but he is an interior offensive lineman from Florida. He is a junior, 6'3", 300 pounds. Look, drafting late rounds to continue to beef up your offensive line for the future is always a great decision. Brad Holmes knows that. All the GMs know that. If this individual is still available that late in the draft, get him. He will be helpful down the road. I promise you that. But yeah, that is kind of the most recent. That is actually the most recent draft that I did on the simulator, and that's the one that came out, and I hit it. I'm like, you know what? This is the one I'm rocking with. So let me know what you guys think about these players. Do you think that Detroit should look here? Other way? Do you think I have this correct, wrong? What do you guys think? I want to know. Let me know in the comments below, and we will see you for the next one.